Can someone help me? I can't find it anywhere. And I hope someone out there can hear me and help me, because no matter how hard I look, I can't find it. You see, I was out on social media, and I was looking at like the most popular, right? The most popular reels, people with millions of followers, and they told me things, but I can't seem to find it anywhere. And maybe you're hearing me, and maybe you can help me, yeah, because I'm looking for it and I can't seem to find it. All these people in the past week, I was looking at these reels, accumulative millions of views, and they were telling me that JFK Jr. was going to make a speech on the 4th of July. It was going to be a big speech, and all these millions of views, all these people saying JFK was going to make a speech, and I can't find it anywhere, right? And then there's this broad on the internet, right? And she has like 1 million followers, right? And she was saying the mothership was going to abduct. It was going to abduct all of the soccer players off the field. And she was crying out, and the reel had like all these views and millions of followers. And she said the mothership was going to abduct all the soccer players. And no matter where I look, I can't find it. I can't find the mothership. I can't find it anywhere. I can't find JFK Jr. making the speech. You see, in the past week, I looked on social media, and it has all of these millions of views, and these people have millions of followers. So it's got to be real. It's got to be real, right? I can't find JFK Jr. making a speech on the 4th of July. I can't find it anywhere. Can someone help me find it? I'm looking far and wide. I'm looking far and wide for the mothership abducting all those soccer players, like the broad on the reel with the dramatic woman saying that, oh my God, they were going to get abducted live in front of everyone. Where are these things? Can someone help me find them? Because I can't find them. We live in a world where people are lost, the blind leading the blind. And the more I look out in the world, I see big problems. And someone's got to hear this message today. And instead of looking for an ultimate power outside of yourself, you have to find the power within. You hear nature? Nature. You have natural powers. And all across the world in the past week, I see people waiting for JFK Jr. to give a speech. It's gonna happen. I see a dramatic broad get all millions of views saying the soccer players, I had a vision, and the vision was that the soccer players were gonna get abducted. But yet today, I can't find these things. At the end of the day, we have to realize that we have to become responsible for our everyday lives. And no matter how far and wide you look across the world, at the end of the day, it's about your everyday life. What are you doing over the course of your journey to improve your life? What are you doing to change the world? What are you doing? But what we see are people, the blind leading the blind. Hey, I think it would be cool. I think it would be cool. That's why I'm looking for it. I'm looking for the speech. I'm looking for the mothership abducting all those soccer players, but I can't seem to find it. As I continue to look out, I say to myself, what are the humans doing today? What's going on out there, And I saw this thing, there's a guy. He goes to certain events and he collects things. And in recent time, there was this couple and they got married, right? They got married in this big venue, right? Madison Square Garden, I think. And he collected all the confetti. He collected all the stuff from this special thing. And do you know that people are paying $100 for a little pile of confetti from these people, from their event. You ever hear of biblical times? You ever hear of false idols? You ever hear of these things? You know, everyone could do whatever they want to do, but this message is for the everyday life people. You know, the fancy people, the famous people, they could do whatever they want. But someone's got to tell me, in the rational mind, how can one pay hundreds of dollars, the man scooping up all its trash, and he's reselling it to people for hundreds of dollars? That, oh, they went to this wedding, they went to this thing, oh my God, worshiping false idols. You know, people that sit on social media all day long, waiting for a savior outside of them. Tonight, it ends. Someone's got to hear this message, and someone's got to take ownership for their everyday life. Someone's got to stand up. Someone's got to rise up. You know, I'm not saying that this world is an easy go at it. I'm not saying that the past few years have been easy. Heck, I had a very difficult time myself. But leaders lead, builders build, and teachers teach. Who are you? You know, we have to reach this place in our everyday life where it's time that we're awakening to our God-given gifts and our power. What the heck are we waiting? What are we living for? What are we waiting for? And you know, as I take the pulse of the community, and if you're hearing me for the first time and this message is resonating so far, I want you to click the like button and click the subscribe button. We have to move forward daily because there is no finish line in life. You know, honestly, I think it would be cool. I would be excited. I would listen to the speech. I'm all ready for that speech. You know, I'm all excited. I want to see the mothership. Don't you want to see I think it's pretty cool. Right? I'm going to see the mothership. But the problem with society, the problem with this country, are people that are sitting on their backside doing nothing. And as this is going on, there are real men and real women that are actually doing things, and their voices need to be heard. It's time that we flip the switch, the Hermetic principle of rhythm. You know, a lot of these things are glorified. Why are they glorified? Because it's easy. If it was easy, everyone would do it. You know, Ronnie Coleman gave an old school phrase. Everyone want to be a bodybuilder, but nobody want to lift no heavy ass weights. You see, everyone wants to be in shape, right? But they don't want to eat correctly. They don't want to work out, right? These are just the everyday life things that we could apply to what the heck's going on in this world. Everyone wants freedom, but nobody wants to stand up for their freedom themselves. Everyone wants a better life, but nobody wants to take ownership of what they're putting in the body, being alert, being aware, what's happening to our children, what are they giving us in the food, and taking a stand. Tonight, let this message resonate within you to say enough is enough, because still, I'm looking out there and to see the magnitude. You know, sometimes we think that CNN and Fox News, you say, wow, you know, sometimes people say, yeah, you know what, I turned that off and I turned on social media. But when we sit back and those that are awake and conscious, and some people might not like this message, but we leave these people in the dust because it's the truth. Any one of these things are cool to see, but at the end of the day, there has to be everyday life people that are starting to take ownership of their life, that are waking up, that are actually doing. Because you will sit there and you will waste the day creating somebody else's life. How about you get up? How about you start creating your everyday life today? Instead of worshiping false idols and spending $100 on collected confetti, how about you spend $100 on organic food? Isn't that an interesting concept? You know, I saw these posts. You know, I saw people, you know, they spent money, right? They spent money for all the fireworks like it's doing something. It was doing something, right? but they weren't feeding their children clean organic food. It's really a backwards world, and I know that this message is going to resonate with people. You got to say enough is enough, because no matter how far and wide I'm looking in the past few days, I can't find no speech. I can't find no mothership. Someone's got to help me out there. Can someone write in the comment section where I could find this speech? Can someone tell me where I could find the footage of the mothership abducting all those soccer players right off the field? She said, right off the field, right? And those that are awake, clowns, you see the clowns that are out there. It's just a clown show. But it's time to disconnect. And it's time to put a spotlight on the truth. And it's time to take back control of our everyday lives. You know, I see things are getting weirder and weirder, and I think that it's the test from God. You know, hop on one foot. Like, have you seen this in the past few years? It's just getting weirder and weirder and stranger and stranger. If you're tired of fake social media influencers, if you're tired of mainstream media that just gets you to go in a loop, and if you're getting this message, that's a frequency, you might be hearing me for the first time, and you could say to yourself, yeah, Uncle Mike, I realize that my life is just on a loop, and I'm still experiencing the same thing. It could be the same thing at the job, and I could go to a different job, or the same level of wealth or income, or the same type of relationship. And the reason for this is because it's a frequency. And where are you getting your frequencies? From the tell lies to your vision. That's why they are broadcasting. They are broadcasting spells, and that becomes your frequency, and your frequency keeps loop-de-looping. It's time to break free. Because until you take that first step, until you switch off NPC mode and you switch on creator mode, your life will never change. So I know that the energy is palpable. If you are new to the channel, you know, we follow along all the energetic aspects of the world, and you know, we've been having a bombardment of solar flares, and it affects human consciousness, and we live in a frequency called the Schumann resonance. And you might be getting this and you say, you know what, yeah, I've been feeling weird at night, and I wake up in the middle of the night and I don't understand why I have these strange symptoms and feelings. Well, we are in tune, and nothing could stop this. Absolutely nothing, because awareness is irreversible. You might become aware to something from this message tonight. Once you become aware, you can never go back. Warning, there is no turning back, and it lasts the test of time. Once you're conscious, once you're aware, you don't become unaware. Once your frequency shifts, you're not going to fit into mainstream society or the secondary matrix that is put out there on social media and fake spiritual communities. How you doing? It's time to take ownership. It's time to live in truth. And it's time for you to be free and sovereign. This summer, this was a mega event. This was supposed to be the epitome of freedom. And no one else wants to do it. So I'll do it. Sometimes in life, you have to do it yourself. Sometimes in life, God will make you become the leader because nobody else wants to do it. I can't find those videos. Could someone tell me where those videos are? The speech, the UFO, the mothership was coming. And again, I'm looking. I want to see him. I want to see him. But until then, I got to get up in the morning. I got to take ownership. I got to work. I got to get my health on point. And if this is resonating with you, it's time to make that shift. It's time to cause the change that you want to see in the world. And when you step out in the world and you are influencing others, influence others with something called content of character. And that's what's important, because if you're hearing me for the first time, I teach people how to manifest. Yeah, your next day, your new reality. It's a special place. It's that little window of time when your head hits the pillow at night. Where do you dwell? In that place, you will find the answers. I appreciate each and every one of you. We're on a journey of self-discovery and remembering our true power. Yeah, that's what it's about. And having some fun along the way. Did you like this video? And you know, I know a lot of people are very frustrated because they can't find their speeches. They can't find their mothership abducting people. What do you think about people paying hundreds of dollars for collected trash on the floor from a wedding? Let me know in the comments. And again, everyone can live freely, and we're not disrespectful to anyone. But in life, okay, love yourself. Stop worshiping other people. Stop worshiping other people. Focus on yourself. Focus on your family, focus on your local community. And this is how we take back control of our everyday lives. I appreciate each and every one of you. It's a powerful time. Leaders lead, kid. Change your life today. And someone please tell me where I could find these things, because they have, it's got to be real, right? They said they got millions of views. It's got to be real. I saw it on TV. From TV and now social media. The clown show continues. But now we are taking over.